Hello you Scout Shadow Strikers, Greenster is my name, FM18 is my game. Today I'm continuing the Morecambe FC save. We've got quite a good selection of games coming up. We've got Barrow in the FA Cup first round at home, so that should be an absolutely massive game. We're the slight favourites and we haven't really got any real injury concerns going into the game. After that we've got Fleetwood in the Checker Trade Trophy, which no one really cares about. So I'll be skipping over that game. We've got Wycombe, who are currently 9th in the league, Colchester 8th, and Crewe, who are 2nd. So what I'll probably do is I'll play the Barrow game, I'll skip ahead to the Crewe game, and then that will also be the feature game for this episode. Should I get through the FA Cup first round, I'll also learn who I get in the second round. I don't know when the draw is exactly, so I will have to double check with that. I'm actually going to make a late change to this lineup. I'm going to put Osborne in for Wildig because Osborne is ineligible to face his parent club Fleetwood. But this is the lineup we're going with. We've got Nizic in goal, Winnard, Old Kenyon at the back, Lund and Conlon as the wing backs. I could even give Osei to a run, but I think I'll play him in the EFL Trophy. Osborne and Rose in the middle, and Thompson, Deacon and Ellison are the three up front. So I think we are expected to win this one. It looks as if they've got quite a few tired players. The Vanarama National League certainly isn't kind. Wow, they've got some very tired players. A lot of players already below 80% condition. So I like to think we'll have the edge here. Stats-wise, we're already dominating. Anyway, Colin throws it into Rose, who plays it into Lund on the edge of the box, and Lund scores. It looks like a low-driven shot that's found its way past the keeper. If we look at the replay, the throw-in comes in, and Rose makes a good pass on the edge, and yes, it is a low-driven shot, but the keeper maybe could have got down and saved. That's a cross. Big Kev might be 38, but he's still banging in the goals. Scored against Stevenage at the weekend. Well, by the time you see this vid, we'll have played Stevenage like weeks ago. Such as my play schedule, but that's a brilliant header. Puts us 2-0 up. I don't think Barrow have not had a shot at all yet, so... Oh look, they've got two. They've got their wing back who's got a bit of a knock, and their keeper who's also recovering from an injury, their backup keeper. So half time we're 2-0 up, the players are in very good spirits, so of course we're going to tell them not to get complacent. Of course Lund, having playing an 8.1, is down and pressurised, but everyone else seems to have gained focus. So there's not much cause for concern there, especially with Barrow's lack of efforts on goal. They've got possession, but they've given it away to Nizic, who plays it a lovely ball long out to Ellison. Ellison gives it to Conlon, who's cut in field. Here's Osborne. Here's Lund, the goal scorer. To Conlon, his shot is just wide. So about 66 minutes in, I don't think Barrow have even had a shot yet, which really is quite surprising. Rose is looking a little bit leggy, and we're probably going to rest him for the league game, such as our congested fixture list. So Fleming is going to come on in place of him to get some minutes under his belt. Lund with a throw into Thompson, who's tackled. Here's White for Barrow in the centre circle. Plays it to Fitzpatrick. Gives it back to White. Fleming makes the tackle though. Old attempts a long ball over the top, but June is there. Plays it back to his keeper. More goes long, but Osborne heads it down to Fleming, and it's good play here up front, but Deacon's gifted it to the Barrow defender. Here's Hardcastle in the middle. Attempts the ball through to Holt, but Winnard intercepts, plays it long up to Thompson. Thompson with the cross in, and Deacon, I think it may have been just heading wide, but the keeper makes the save anyway. Corner comes in from Kenyon, and Deacon scores with a lovely finish. It looks like it may have been a volley from a knockdown. Let's see. The corners come in, and Old gets the header, and yep, Deacon volleys it into the net. That's a very good finish. 3-0 up and comfortable. They've still not had a shot, have Barrow? Oh, now they have. Took them 80 minutes. We've got a few minutes left, so we can make a couple of changes. Warren can come on for a few minutes, and Ellison playing a 7.9 can come off for Lang to get a few minutes. Bit pointless really at this stage. Game's already closed out. Doesn't look like this free kick's going to come to anything. And it's headed clear. Thompson to Lund. Back to Thompson again. Warren intercepts. Yeah, it looks as if it's going to finish 3-0 to me. Maybe time for one last attack? Nope, it's full time. Comfortable 3-0 win at home to Barrow. We did actually face Hartlepool in the FA Cup first round, also National League opposition. We beat them 3-0 also. So let's just hope we don't get a Shrewsbury in round 2. Because every Morecambe fan knows how that went. So that was obviously a good win. And FA Cup second round draw is in 2 days, so I will actually go ahead to that. And what I forgot to mention is that Osei Tutu and Stephen Auld will be on international duty. Auld getting called up for internationals again. Osei Tutu plays for an under-20 side, I believe. I can't remember which one. I know he does play for them. And I decided that because the games aren't especially important at this stage, well, in that we were in FA Cup and then an EFL Trophy game, but we can risk missing Auld for a game. We do have a lot of players who can fill his position. Osei Tutu the same, as he's a backup wing back. Wigan beat Exeter 6-3 in what looks like one of the best games of the tie. But we'll just skip ahead to the FA Cup second round draw now. This is news. Morecambe Takeover has been completed. Local investor Ian Newton has successfully completed his takeover at Morecambe, succeeding former owner Abdulrahman Al-Hashemi. In a report by BBC Sport, Newton is said to be keen to get stuck into his new role as soon as possible. Newton has already indicated his first priority will be able to get the club back on a sound financial footing. That's brilliant. I've got a personal message from the man himself. He's thanked us for our patience. What is unlikely to be a stressful time? Yep. There are no plans to provide the club with any investment at this stage. Thank you. Right. As part of the takeover, a bank loan of 84k. We've already got loads of bank loans. Has been taken out to help with pre-existing debts to aid the day-to-day running of the club. Graham Bernard, Graham Howes, and Rod Taylor. No, Rod. Have left the club following the takeover. Their replacements on the board will be Jordan Dobson and James Archer. The new board would like to point out they will only judge you on transfers and matches starting from the date they took over as well. Great. So, our transfer embargo has been lifted, and we do actually have 50k in the bank, or just below 50k even. Let's look at the loans we've got coming in. Yeah, we still have 2.5 million of missed debt from the previous owners. And also a 330 grand bank loan to cover the players' wages. Oh Jesus Christ! And now we've just taken out another 84k to put us in the black. I'm not sure how I feel about this. Like, I remember reading a previous email sent to me that said they would aim to clear the debt, but that's not really been the case, seeing as we've got over 2.5 million in loans. Anyway, negativity aside, let's proceed to the second round draw of the FA Cup. So we've got the FA Cup second round draw. I'm going to draw all the teams like I normally do. Fingers crossed we get a decent draw. Bam. And Bradford or MK Dons. That's a bit tougher than I would have liked. So League One opposition will be in the second round. We're Bradford. Bradford are 9th. And MK are 10th. Oh, they're neck and neck in the league then. At least it's not Shrewsbury, who I think were top of the league at the time we faced them. They've dropped off a little bit since, but they're still having a very good season under Hurst. Paul Hurst, that is. Well, just thought I'd show you this result against Fleetwood. And we did eventually lose 8-7 on penalties. Teams taking 10 penalties each. We did actually go down to 10 men, with Adam Campbell getting a straight red card. I think it might just be one match, because it is only for the Checker Trade Trophy. But yeah, that is quite an entertaining match there. If we go to the
Takeover Trophy table. We finished on 6 points, thanks to 1 win, 1 draw. No, 2 draws. Sorry, 1 win on penalties and 1 loss on penalties. It's a little bit of an unorthodox system, but that's the way it works. I'm not sure when the second round is drawn. I don't know if it's. I don't know if it says. It'll be the northern section. Right, the draw date is going to be today, so I will actually skip ahead to that draw. And Sean Derry has been sacked by Cambridge. That's rather unfortunate. Not. Okay, EFL Trophy North, second round draw today. The best thing about this I wouldn't say tin pot competition, although I know fans haven't really warmed to it at all, is that we do get prize money from it. So, let's see who we get. I'm hoping for a Premier League reserve side. And we've got Oldham away in League 1. I know someone who supports Oldham. He absolutely hates them. They're doing alright though, 15th in League 1. So, that should be an interesting one, because we'll play the reserves in that one, I think. Rather disappointingly, Crewe have slipped to 6th position in the time I've been going through those other games, where we beat Wycombe 4-1 before beating Colchester 3-2 away, coming from behind to snatch the game in the 83rd minute. But Crewe have been on some rather poor form lately, so hopefully we can take advantage of that. So Crewe get the game underway. Not really much happened yet, but we have a throw-in on the far side. It's crossed in, but headed away. Warren picks the ball up to Fleming. Searches out for Brough on the far side, who plays it back. We've given it away cheaply there, but possession's recycled. Here's Lang. Plays to Oliver on the edge, and that shot's just wide in the first couple of minutes. Corner's played in, but it's too short, and it's cleared downfield. I think that's Chris Dagnall there. And Lund misses his tackle. Bowie breaks through the middle, but he can't get his shot on target. Corner's played in, but it's headed clear. Can Crewe make anything of this chance? Nope. Didn't think they would. Crewe have got a ball in our third, but it's headed out, only as far as Kirk though, but Nizic is able to collect. Dagnall was looking at the far post there. Long ball out to Brough, that's a very good pass actually. And Brough plays it back to Rose. Here's Fleming on a booking. Oliver now to Lund. Fleming on the edge. Could shoot, but he's giving it to Brough, and I think Lang has just headed that in. Yeah. Simply breathtaking football, according to the commentary. Let's have a look at this. There's some good interchange of play here. I did actually think Fleming was going to crack off a shot, but Brough plays a lovely floated ball to Lang, who heads it in, and the keeper's not saving that one. Crewe seems to be playing a very defensive version of a 4-4-2, except with 2 DMs and wide mids. That is interesting to say the least. They are packing the middle. So half time we are 1-0 up, having had more shots and more shots on target. Dominate the possession as well. So hopefully we can keep this up and hold on to the lead. We are on very good form though in the league. I think we're on something like 15 games unbeaten or something ridiculous like that. That'd be the stuff in dreams in real life. I don't think any team goes unbeaten more than 10. Even in League 2. Like you see Luton smashing in the goals past teams, then losing 4-0 the next week to a bottom half side. Anyway, Crewe with possession on the edge of the area. It's crossed in, but Warren hacks it clear. Ellison latches onto it. Lang bursts through the defence, squares it to Oliver, and he makes a really good finish. 2-0. Not going to say that puts the result beyond doubt, but we're certainly in control. It was all about the counter-attack that started that, though. Lang with some good pace and determination to get behind the defence, and then a really nice finish, rifled into the bottom corner. Ball's crossed into the box, and it somehow sneaked its way in. So they've got one back of Crewe. How was that able to sneak in? I just want to see. I mean, we've got two men on the guy then, but he still manages to get the cross in, and Porter just gets up higher than his man. I think it might be Winnard, and Winnard is, I think, 5'10". No, 5'9". He's shorter than me. I'm not exactly the tallest either. Anyway, we've got a chance to attack, but Bakayoko reads the pass. Crewe play their way out of trouble, and they can get an attack going here. Fleming's across to tackle, and the ball finds its way to Rose, who attempts to spray a long pass forward, but it doesn't find Ellison. Crewe are actually looking a little bit dangerous. And that's a nice interchange of play. Here's Porter with the cross again, and Dagnall scores completely free in the area. And it's 2-2. They've scored 2 in not even 5 minutes. I think changes in order here. Ellison's been poor, so I'm going to send McGurk in his place. Who else has been poor? Winnar's been poor as well. 6.4. Oh, my defence has been poor, really. Last few minutes, though, I think we should push forward. To be honest, I wouldn't be disheartened with a point, but it's kind of annoying, considering we've had more chances than them. And both their goals have been from floated crosses. It's going to be 2-2, isn't it? Yeah, Warren clears for free kick, and that was apparently an absolute classic. It was alright. It wasn't an incredible game. But you know what, I'm going to balk him. It wasn't good enough. Should have won it. Because Crewe have been on the decline. But we are 6 points clear with 19 games played. Also confirmation that we'll be facing MK Dons in the FA Cup second round before the EFL Trophy second round against Oldham 3 days later. We've also got the game against Carlisle, which isn't, in my opinion, a local derby, but some fans certainly see it that way. But next episode will be FA Cup second round. Not sure how much I really want to do the EFL Trophy second round. Coventry 7th, Mansfield 5th are both possibilities, and Yeovil 4th. Wow. I think Accrington New Year's Day looks to be a bit far off for next episode, but definitely the FA Cup second round, and one of the game next episode. But that's all I have time for today. Thanks for watching, and please as always, until next time, go away.